Hey guys, Cubehamster here with a new Minecraft video. It's going to be a little bit different than usual. It's going to be me talking mostly. Also, I'm actually not on the Java version of Minecraft, but I'm in the Windows 10 beta edition. As we're like flying through the freshly generated Windows 10 worlds. Anyways, this video I would like to talk about why Windows 10 and Windows Pocket Edition are going to be such a big deal for the direction that Minecraft is going. I feel a lot of people are unaware to the subtle changes that are happening to the game right now. So I kind of want to point out some things about what I feel is the direction that Microsoft is taking the game. Now, it has not been, I guess it's been a while, but not too long ago, Microsoft acquired Mojang for the total sum of $2.5 billion. Now, that's a ridiculous amount of money, completely nuts. But the question, if it is a good investment or not, I think on their part, having the ridiculous money that they have, it is probably a pretty smart long-term investment to keep themselves like connected to the younger demographics and to like establish themselves like even stronger on the operating system market and also the like tablets and smartphone market. Not to mention like things like HoloLens and stuff like that. But yeah, that's not really what I want to talk about. Like, what I want to talk more about is what is happening or gradually happening to the game right now. For the last several years, it has been the PC version that has kind of determined the direction that the game is going. It's been a PC version that was always the first one to get new features, and then the consoles like Xbox and PlayStation and the Wii U have kind of been, catching up with the PC version. It's not been that long since they've added slime blocks, for instance, to the console versions, and they've pretty much caught up right now. Now, as for Pocket Edition, for smartphones and like iPads and stuff like that, they've kind of had like their own development team, and there's been several unique features that are on Pocket Edition that are not on the PC version, as well as actually some Pocket Edition features being transferred towards the PC version, and this is a trend that's been slowly like going in the past, and what I feel is going to be more significant in the near future, because the way Minecraft is being developed right now is there is obviously still the Mojang development team in Stockholm, Sweden, but there's also a development team that you don't really hear anything about in America that are working very hard on Windows 10 and like Pocket Edition. And these games like Windows 10 is basically, it's like a clean slate, a fresh start for the way they're like programming things, and that's a pretty big deal, because that means that like a lot of the quote unquote maybe perhaps sloppy coding on the Java version is not going to be in the Windows 10 version, and the same goes obviously for the Pocket Edition version. But what I think is going to happen in the near future, and what like Microsoft's ultimate goal is to have all cross-console versions of Minecraft to be the same, to make the community a whole, like not have separate communities and have to have separate dev teams to keep each version up to date. It's super wasteful, and like it makes a lot of sense to strive this goal. Now, how near in the future this is going to be, I'm unsure. But what we can expect though is that this like Windows 10 version, as it's slowly getting some unique features that we don't even have on the PC. For instance, the ability to move chests and hoppers, and for instance the so-called observer block. Like those are things we don't have on the PC version, and like what I expect is that they will kind of port these systems and way of handling Redstone over from the Pocket Edition version towards the PC version, and I expect that in the long run, the ultimate goal is to kind of like slowly fade out the Java version of this game. And they're already kind of pushing content creators, map makers, and people that build cool stuff to try out to do stuff like this for the Windows 10 version. And a recent example is obviously the video they released where they hired Blockworks, one of the most renowned build teams, and like Dragnos to build them a Rube Goldberg machine as a promotion for like the Windows 10 version. And also they've been actively approaching people to design stuff for Realms and promising that things like this that will be created for the Windows 10 version or the Pocket Edition version, will get kind of like adequate promotion from Mojang. Like I feel that the majority of the resources right now is being spent on the Windows 10 Pocket Edition version. It's cool and all that we're getting more and like faster like updates and when 1.09, 1.10, 1.11, but the changes that are being made in the game are honestly not pretty significant. Like they're pretty small. Like the recent one, like the combat changes, you could say is pretty big, but like the things that are being added right now are not super significant. Well, like why do I feel a little bit uncomfortable by this? Well, a lot of the things for me that make Minecraft interesting are these like quirky mechanics that allow you to do crazy stuff. Stuff that I've released, for instance, like recently with the like the mining drill and stuff like that. That uses a lot of like quirks in Minecraft. But Windows 10 to me, even from what I've seen, like feels really sterile to me as of now. And I've spoken to one of the devs for a Pocket Edition and asked like, well, why can't you have these things like quasi connectivity also be in the Windows 10 or Pocket Edition version? But the way they handle Redstone and like program like how things update and stuff is so substantially different than the PC version that there's just no room to fit in this mechanic without drastically lowering the performance of the game. It's just the way that all these quirks work was just as a consequence of bug fix on bug fix on bug fix, or just the way that they program things initially, and these like things of doing that sort of stuff won't be in the Windows 10 version. So yeah, like I'm anxiously waiting to see how this will turn out and how the community will handle it as well, because it's not like Microsoft has a very good reputation of communicating with its community or their users. They kind of just like force things onto them. A great example being Windows 10 more recently. So I'm very anxiously and curious to see how that's going to turn out. If this is good changes, like personally, I'm going to be as soon as these like steps will be made, I'm going to be pretty salty about the changes. But that's just probably going to require a lot of getting used to. I hope they don't make the game too sterile. That's what I'm worried about. Like, I think for the average player, this is not going to be such a big deal. But I think mostly like highly technical players will be a little bit bummed out. But it's kind of a niche. I mean, that's not really what Microsoft deeply cares about, because that super high tech community is pretty small. So it makes sense for them to make these steps, but I just wish they like communicated a little bit better, or like, I don't know. I'm anyway, like just curious to see what you guys think about these upcoming changes. Yeah, I'm slightly worried. That's my like 2 cents on things. But I'm looking forward to reading what you guys think in the comments of this video, and like to see if this will evoke any sort of response from Mojang or like any discussion whatsoever. I would appreciate it if like this video would be shared, because I feel like a lot of people are unaware that this is changes that are coming in the near future. So yeah, guys, I as like much as possible hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, hopefully I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.